Hi everyone, welcome to Triple Moon Goddess 88. I'm Ravenna, and this is your message of the day. There's a couple of messages today that have come through. Universe wants us to remember to be grateful for the little things. Something that I forget every now and then, but I was every day doing gratitudes, and I would write. First off, when I started doing it, I would exchange a message with a friend, and we'd set out 3 gratitudes for the day, 3 things that we were grateful for, and then that sort of went to the wayside, and then I started doing it with another friend, and then that went to the wayside. And I started doing it on my Facebook page, and there wasn't much interaction with that. So it's something I'm going to have to remind myself to do for myself. But in saying that, universe sort of would like you to think about on a daily basis what you are grateful for, even on the hard days, because even on the hard days we can always find something to be grateful for, even if it's just the food in your belly that day, or the roof over your head, or you had a little bird come and sing you a little song, just little things like that. So that's the more gratitude that we show universe and put out there, the more things that we find to be grateful for. And I've personally found this myself, even when I was going through really really hard times with depression, and my mental health wasn't so good. So finding little things to be really grateful for makes it, when something really good happens, it's really good. Like you're even more thankful for those moments. And I found for myself that when I was showing more gratitude, my energy was a lot lighter as well on a daily basis. So I think it's a good activity to do, a good mindfulness activity. So for anyone needing to hear that today, and just a little something for yourselves. I know that sometimes it can be hard, like I said, on the not so good days. But even if it is just saying I'm grateful for my bed today, I'm grateful for the meal that has nourished my body. So that is the first message of the day. The second one is, what activity or creative hobby have you not given any time for lately? With everything that's changing within ourselves at the moment, shedding a lot, and it can't be all work, all family, all healing. It's we need that creative side. And like I said the other day about the getting in touch with the feminine side, well then this is part of it as well. The masculine side is all about productivity and work and foundations and providing and all that sort of stuff. So getting in touch with that feminine and the inner child, with that creative side, the universe just wants us to sort of think about, if there's something that you used to do that, even if it was years ago, but it was something you really enjoyed, what is that you can bring back into your life in some way. If it's not that particular activity, something new. If you're needing community, for example, getting out and finding an activity, a creative activity with other people, or like I said, bringing back something, whether it's, don't know, writing or painting or building something, doing some sort of puzzles, or creating something from nothing, whatever it is. Okay, this is for someone specific, but aerial acrobatics, I just heard. So that's for someone out there. I have no idea what that means, but I just had this vision in my head, okay? Thank you, universe. So, and if it's something that you enjoy, and you can bring inspiration to other people, then show other people what you're doing. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, universe is... All right. They're like, you talk the talk, now you got to walk the walk. So asking me to be a bit vulnerable and show you guys what I've been working on. Okay, give me a sec. All right. So I'm not an artist, but I've been working on something that is part of my manifestations as well. So this is one of them. It's not finished, but that's like the mandalas. I don't know if you can see all the... But that's just something I'm still working on. But every bit has to be sort of layered up, bit by bit. It can't all be done at once. I suppose it's like us, isn't it? Working on ourselves bit by bit. But just, it's part of my creative manifestations, you could say. But putting my stuff out there is a bit vulnerable for me, so thank you, universe. But I suppose, I've got to, as they said, I talk the talk, so I've got to walk the walk and be scared but do it anyway. So maybe that's a message for you as well, is, if you've got something creative that you've worked on even, and that you would like to put out there, then put it out there. If you're not sure how to do that, then maybe making a channel like this and doing a step-by-step tutorial to show people how to do that. If you're worried about how how you're going to do it, or about talking about it, you build up the confidence. I've found, even just in the few short weeks that I've been doing this channel, that every day my confidence is building a little bit more, and I'm feeling more comfortable, because I've never been one to be in front of a camera. I hated photos being taken and all that sort of stuff. So being in front of a camera can be pretty daunting and overwhelming for someone, and I understand that, but if I can do it, you can do it. So and it takes practice, like with anything, like with whatever that creative project that you did, you didn't perfect it in one go. It had to take time, patience, practice. So maybe that's the key, is just work on it slowly. So anyway, I'm going to leave that there, guys. I will never reach out to you in any way, shape or form. If you would like a personal message, please find the info in my bio, and block, delete, report, all that sort of stuff. If you could please like, follow, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It'd really help get my channel out there to the people that need to hear the messages that universe blesses me to be able to give to you guys. So on that note, I'll say goodbye, and I hope you all have a good day. Bye.